our quintessential definition of polarities, the yin-yang symbol, the idea that if we have opposites, they can complement each other. Our job, our work as a coach is to look at how do we start to explore and accept our extremes, and then see how do we find the balance point with access to the extremes. Now, it's important to recognize here that we're not seeking the balance point. We're not looking for a compromise or a middle ground. We're arriving at a place being aware of both. Let's take this now into looking at this notion of projection. So here we have this notion, inside self, that we just talked about, your five senses, what you think, what you feel, and then you're connecting to the other outside yourself. And in Gestalt, we call this the contact boundary, the duality. There's me here and there's you out there. And this is what we call projection. The focus is, it's all about the other person. I am looking outside myself. So here is me, here is you, and I am projecting and directing my energy outwards. And the constructive, the useful side of this for us is it's about how we give feedback. Because don't forget, feedback is always personal. It's always your observation. We can get quite deeply philosophical and say there is no objective truth. There's only a consensus of subjective realities, our own personal experience. But it's also the basis of empathy, because I am seeing you and identifying with you. I have turned this into a whole technique which I call resonance, cognitive and somatic resonance. But the more usual term is intuition. We're using ourselves to intuit, to get a sense of what's going on there. But it's our intuition. We are projecting that into the world. Of course, when this becomes dysfunctional and becomes what we call an interruption to contact, it means that we're blaming the other, judging the other, we're imposing our opinion, we're seeing out there the other aspects of projection. So we have the negative aspects, but the positive aspects are hero worship, seeing somebody who's wonderful. They can do this and I couldn't possibly. And we see this when we're at work, you know, the boss is really good, or my colleague is so much better than me and I couldn't possibly. And we end up holding back our skills because we admire the other.